Hello, welcome to Moonlight Magic, harnessing lunar energy for intentional living. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Natalie.
And we're with Immersive Spirit. So welcome, we're very grateful that you've joined us for this course. Just a reminder, in this course we're going to cover a glossary of terms and a real-life example of how goals set with intention can look. We're going to show you how to find your inspired word. We will enjoy a guided meditation together. And finally, show you how to use your inspired word with lunar intention. So let's start with that glossary of terms. Here's your agenda. So we've got it listed here as understanding that terminology, but let's just start with what's an inspired word. This is your word each month. It's a word that you absolutely feel, a word that is pulling from your heart, your soul. It's something that calls to you. These words act as your focal points for growth, introspection, and manifestation throughout the cycles of your life. Next, we will chat about the differences between solar and lunar goals. Let's discuss why it's important to understand these differences in goal types and how they work for you. So let's go ahead and start with the solar goals. So your solar goals, first, are action-oriented. They are typically about taking concrete, decisive actions. These focus on outward achievements and tangible results. So for action-oriented, for an example, would be anything that you could check off of a task list, such as meditating 15 minutes a day or journaling at a minimum 3 times a week. Second is your yang energy, which is a masculine energy, and it's associated with assertiveness, ambition, and determination. Solar goals often involve stepping into leadership roles and making bold moves. A great example of using yang energy is when you are attempting to advance in your current career or starting a new business. Another great example would be getting involved with and taking a leadership role in a community or organization. Clarity and focus are key in developing your solar goal. The sun's constant and unwavering light symbolizes lucid, directional, and purposeful goals. Solar goals are clear, cut, and specific. Think of your SMART goals here, things that we all learn from regular jobs. Something that's measurable and specific that can be time-boxed, such as setting a financial goal to save a certain amount of money. As a reminder, or an introduction if you've never heard of a SMART goal is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Consistency and discipline are key for solar goals. These goals emphasize your persistence and the drive to achieve long-term objectives. For example, completing a major project or achieving a fitness milestone would represent a solar goal that requires consistency and discipline. Lastly, your daytime activities. These goals align with daytime activities that are often pursued, obviously, during the day, and they're like your task list items, but they're really well consumed because you've got those daylight hours behind you and you're at your highest energy and vitality.
Now let's dive into lunar goals. So what makes lunar goals different? Let's review some of the characteristics of a lunar goal. So a good lunar goal is intuitive and reflective. Lunar goals are more focused on being introspective by focusing on your internal development, emotional well-being, and personal insight. They often involve subtle and/or gradual changes. An example is working on your own emotional healing or improving your mental health. The yin energy, the feminine energy, is associated with receptivity, intuition, and nurturing. Lunar goals often revolve around self-care, healing, and emotional balance. A great example here would be to develop a meditation or mindfulness practice that really soothes your soul. The cycles and phases of the moon symbolize change. Lunar goals acknowledge that ebb and flow of progress and are more flexible, adapting to different phases of that growth. We talk more about the phases of the moon later in this course and more in depth in other courses. But a great example here is setting intentions aligned with the lunar phases, such as new moon intention for new beginnings, or even setting full moon intentions for really releasing and letting go. These are nighttime activity goals pursued with the calm and reflective energy of the evening. A great example of this is journaling or meditation, tasks that really help promote your wellness, but are not part of a to-do list, so things you're not checking off. Although your lunar goals can become a task list item for you sometimes. Lunar goals require adaptability and a willingness to go with the flow. They emphasize being in tune with the natural rhythms and cycles for life. For example, 1 minute you may be bridling with energy and a need to be of a creative outlet or artistic pursuit. And in the next moment, you're looking to foster deep connections with others or volunteering at a community center. Though very different in what is being accomplished, each example reflects how life changes and the need to flow with it. So how do solar and lunar goals come together? At this point, we're going to read it like we wrote it in this course because, well, we wouldn't want to change anything in this explanation. So let's go through it. For a balanced approach to personal development, it's beneficial to integrate both solar and lunar goals. First, we set clear objectives. We do this by defining specific, actionable steps you want to achieve. These could be related to career, fitness, or other tangible outcomes. Next, we incorporate reflection and intuition, which would be, of course, the lunar goals. To accomplish this, you need to regularly check in with yourself to ensure that these goals align with your inner values and emotional well-being. Adjust your approach as needed based on your intuition and reflections. We could also select a lunar goal and create the solar goals around how you'd want to feel and how you'd want to accomplish. The integration is the key. Then we balance action with rest. Take decisive action towards your goals while also finding that time for rest, reflection, and self-care. And last, we align with the natural cycles. Use the lunar phases to guide your goal-setting process. As we mentioned in the previous example, set new intentions during the new moon and review and release during the full moon. Now that we have discovered what solar and lunar goals are, let's talk about how you find your inspired word or your lunar goal.
There are multiple ways to find your inspired word and lunar goal for the month and create those solar and lunar goals to help you achieve your intention. You may know what you are wanting to focus on, or maybe you will use a divination tool to help you define what that is. Or you may have even completed an annual intention setting. All are a great way to start. If you started with an annual intention setting, you can select tasks there as your top inspired word and lunar goal for this month. Though Immersive Spirit does offer an annual cycle class that focuses on all cycles and tools to support those cycles, we are focusing today on a 1-month moon cycle and obtaining our inspired word in this course through meditation. But first, let's work through our example together as you see it here. As you look at this example, our inspired word or lunar goal or the area of focus is intimacy. The supporting pillars for intimacy, and we'll look at those here, are relationships and communication. The pillars here help create our bite-sized focus pieces. So what we're going to do, we're going to leave our example right now and work through our meditation so that we can help you get your inspired word, and then we'll continue working through our diagram.
So right now we ask that you find a comfortable seated position, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in, filling your lungs with fresh air. Exhale slowly, releasing any tensions or worries. Continue to breathe deeply and rhythmically. Allow your mind to quiet and your body to relax. Feel the weight of gravity grounding you to the earth beneath you. With each breath, imagine roots extending from your body into the ground, anchoring you securely. Now, visualize yourself standing at the beginning of a path. This path leads to a serene garden filled with vibrant colors, gentle sounds, and the sweet fragrance of flowers with growing trees, grass, and a flowing stream. With each step you take along this path, feel a sense of peace growing within you. As you walk, be open to receiving guidance and insights. Pay attention to any thoughts, feelings, or images that are arising within you. Arriving at the garden, take a moment to admire its beauty. Notice the variety of flowers, trees, water, rocks, and earth, each unique and captivating in its own way. And allow yourself to be drawn to a particular flower or tree or rock that resonates with you. As you approach this item, observe its color, shape, texture, smell, or how it makes you feel as you approach it. Let it symbolize the essence of your intention for the upcoming moon. What qualities or characteristics does this item embody? It may even give you a word on its surface. How does this item or its message align with your desires for growth, transformation, and fulfillment? What one word represents its alignment to you? Repeat the word silently to yourself, allowing its energy to resonate within your heart, mind, and spirit, and fill you with a sense of purpose, clarity, and empowerment. When you are ready, gently bring your awareness back to the present moment. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Slowly open your eyes and take a deep breath in, feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. Use your inspired word as a guiding start to the month ahead. Trust in your power and the magic that unfolds as you align your intentions with the infinite possibilities. If you had issues receiving an inspired word or have questions about or from the meditation, you can email us at info@immersivespirit.com for additional guidance. And now that we have your word around how you want to feel for the month, let's break it down based on the example that we've started before the meditation.
Sorry, I almost cut her off. Thank you, Natalie. That was so good. First, let's put your word at the top of the pyramid. So as you can see in our example, I've got our pyramid showing again. What are the two things you can think of that mean that, you can think of, or what are the two things that you can think of that mean or can support your inspired word? My apologies. These will become your pillars, the backbone of your inspired word. In reviewing our example, with intimacy as the inspired word of the month, we have defined the pillars to support intimacy as relationships and communication. Now, under each of these bite-sized focuses, we will want to create 3 solar goals. A great reminder about solar goals, they are the action-oriented tasks that keep your clarity and focus on the pillar above. In the example we are looking at today, we have defined these solar goals as review, set intentions, and renew, release for relationships. Under communications, there is guide conversations, networking events, and public speaking. So in this example, we needed to go a little bit further in the solar goal definition and add some additional tasks, as their solar goals for this person were not narrowly enough to be refined to be actionable. As an FYI, if your solar goals are already at their lowest level, you're done. Or maybe you want to create a task list for your solar goals too. Go for it. Either way, for our purposes, let's break it down into even smaller bites, as in our example. For the pillar relationships, we have identified 3 primary solar objectives: review, set intentions, and renew and release. While commendable, these goals may not provide the actionable steps this individual requires. Therefore, we've introduced additional bite-sized micro-solar goals or tasks on our diagram. As we discuss this list, you'll understand how this person intended to address each pillar. In this instance, because their pillars needed further refinement, these 3 solar goals drove us to create 6 tasks for both of the primary pillars to help accomplish our goals. So you will notice under relationships, we have journal, daily tarot, declutter, shadow work, meditation, and daily grounding, giving us a well-rounded approach to what to work on for relationships this month. For our communication pillar, our example notes active listening, parrot, and listen. Find fairs at local shops. Join Toastmasters, meditation, coffee shop conversations, register as a vendor for a new event. These are actionable items that we can mark off of our list. Now you create your lowest level tasks. If you have questions, once again, you can always email us at info@immersivespirit.com.
So if you need to take a moment to start your diagram and get that filled out, please take a moment, put us on pause, and then come back, because we are going to move on with you as a roadmap developed. All right. So if you are back from pause or you are ready to go straight for it, you'll notice on screen that we have my monthly tracker. So in this example, we're going to take the diagram from above and put some example information in here on each of these boxes. So for the goal for this cycle, the lunar goal, this is that inspired word. It's how you want to feel. So based on that lunar goal of intimacy. An example in here might be dream big, live on my path and my purpose, develop trust in myself. I will feel confident, proud, and grounded in the next steps and build both my ability to communicate and develop relationships. So that's covering both of my pillars. For those solar goals or my task list, so that is that lowest level solar goal that we discussed above. That could be the 3 items directly underneath your pillar, or it might be those 6 tasks underneath your 3 items. That's really going to depend on how you wrote those goals out. So for an example, for the intimacy project above, we have, I will practice active listening by repeating what I heard and listening to hear rather than to respond. I will declutter my bedroom closet. I will journal daily. I will do daily grounding, connecting to the earth and protecting my energy. I will actively try to learn something new about myself by saying yes to something I would normally say no to. I will pull a tarot card daily, and I will listen to its guidance. I will attend a networking event and sign up as a vendor for a future event. I'll sign up for Toastmasters. I'll start a conversation with a stranger, and I'll meditate. So that really covers all of the task lists that I want to tackle this month. It's a big list, but I'm up for it. So our next box that you'll see there are the fears. So this is going to be things that are going to block me from achieving my goal, or things that I know I need to tackle to get out of the way to work on my goal this month. So I also use these as journal prompts and what we would call shadow work, just to kind of get my feelings out and try to figure things out for myself. So in this example, we're going to say, saying yes is hard for me. I must trust others and be open to new things. It's hard for me to get rid of sentimental things. I will donate anything that I'm decluttering and have decided to get rid of to either a safe house or a humane society or another organization, depending on the items. And then I'm going to allow myself to cry. And our next box down is any notes outside of solar goals or fears. So these are things that you just know that you're going to need to do, or things that you want to keep track of. So in our example again, I need to do a vision board to help me define success and what my happiness is in these areas of communication and relationships. What will that look like for my children? Money, is there going to be an impact to my finances? Helping others, supporting friends and family. I need activity to be actively be in service to the universe. So, journaling even further on that. So any kind of notes that you could come with outside of your solar goals, notes to yourself. And so you will notice following the monthly tracker that we also have a daily journal. So this is just some ideas of things that we journal on daily. So we thought we'd put it in our little tool for you to give you an idea of things you can do to help you stay on track for that monthly tracker. You don't necessarily need to use this, but as long as you're journaling or getting things down on paper that help you stay focused and clear about what you're trying to get progress on and what you're trying to accomplish for the month.
Absolutely.
All right, and our next page is just a monthly minder. So for your monthly minder, you can simply use this as a list for a guide, your general monthly reminders on how to accomplish working with your solar and lunar goals to support your intention each month. So certainly you're going to want to set those intentions as we walked through. You're going to work with the lunar cycle and the moon phases, which we're going to talk about here in just a minute. Journal like crazy. You will learn so much about yourself. Work your tasks. You've created them, you've written them down, you're halfway there. You've got them out of your mind and on paper. And take time to reflect. And you'll notice at the bottom of the page, we have an example habit tracker. So things that we put in here are like journaling, meditating, things that we want to do kind of on a daily basis and that we really want to check ourselves for accountability.
Your gratitudes.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a great place to put those type of things. All right. So let's move on to the moon phases to talk about what that looks like for you.
All right. So many perceive the waxing and waning phases of the moon, which is your new through your full moon through back to new moon, as representing your yin and yang energy. However, when working with the moon, these energies shift even more rapidly. In our other courses with Immersive Spirit, we cover all phases of the moon in detail. We'll delve deeper into the yin and yang energies and explore how to work with your zodiac sign, houses, the seasons, and more. But for purposes of this course, we will briefly chat through each phase of the first four, right? Or of the main four, I should say, and give examples. But please make sure to review all the details about each moon cycle as we have provided here. So in your new moon phase, you are actually setting those intentions, right? It's all about the intention setting. The new moon phase is the lunar cycle is when the moon is between the earth and the sun, making it invisible from earth. This marks the beginning of a new lunar cycle. The new moon represents a fresh start. Just as the waxing phase, the growing moon, symbolizes growth and progress, this makes it an ideal time to set new goals and intentions for the upcoming lunar cycle. Setting intentions and finding your inspired word during the new moon requires a few little steps, right? Don't have to do them in order, but just some things we want you to think about. First, write down your intentions. Clearly write down your goals and intentions. Be specific and use positive language. Next, we visualize. Visualize your intentions as if they've already come to fruition. Imagine how you would feel and what your life will look like. Then we can create a ritual. Many people love a good ritual, right? Something that is specific to what you love and what makes it a mark for you. So many spiritual and wellness practices love to incorporate those new moon rituals, which involve activities, right? We're back to journaling, meditation, visualization, and even creating those vision boards. You can even take it a step further, light a candle, use crystals, or perform any other ritual that resonates with you to symbolize the setting of your intentions. These practices help solidify intentions and make them more tangible. Lastly, release and trust. After setting your intentions, release them with trust and confidence into the universe. Believe that the universe is going to help you and support in achieving your goals. Our next phase of the moon is that first quarter of the moon. Move your page here. There we go. The first quarter moon is a phase of in the lunar cycle that occurs roughly 1 week after the new moon, representing the halfway point between the new and full moon. During this phase, the moon is half illuminated and appears as a half circle in the sky. This waxing phase is a powerful time for building, growing, and developing your goals. This phase encourages movement and progress. It's a time to actively work on your intentions, make decisions, and take concrete steps toward your goals set during the new moon. As you take action and see progress, your confidence grows. This increased self-assurance helps you stay committed to your intentions and continue moving forward. So how do you bring your intentions to life during that first quarter of the moon? First, you review your intentions. Look back at the intentions that you set during the new moon. Reflect on them and reaffirm your commitment to achieving them. Then you can create an action plan. Break down your intentions into manageable steps. Create a clear and actionable plan to achieve your goals. Next, take concrete steps. Start taking tangible actions toward your intentions. This might involve making phone calls, starting projects, or implementing new habits. Don't be afraid to face those challenges head on. Be prepared to encounter obstacles and challenges. Approach them with a problem-solving mindset and use them as opportunities for growth. Stay focused and determined. Maintain your focus and determination. Stay committed to your intentions and keep moving forward, even if progress seems slow. And don't forget to celebrate those small wins. Acknowledge and celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Recognizing your achievements helps maintain motivation and positive momentum. And always remember to seek support. Don't hesitate to seek support from friends, family, or mentors, or communities that you're involved with. Sharing your goals with others can provide encouragement and definitely will provide that accountability. So let's talk about a few examples of actions that you can take during the first quarter of the moon. So if we look at health goals, start a new exercise routine, make healthier food choices, or schedule a checkup with your doctor. Career goals, update your resume, apply for jobs, or set up networking meetings. Personal development, enroll in a course, read a self-help book, or start a new hobby. Relationships, reach out to loved ones, plan quality time together, or address any unresolved issues. Remember that earlier conversation around SMART goals, those goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-boxed? Here's a few ideas to get more specific from the discussion above. When we're talking about health and fitness, we listed out exercise at least 4 times a week, cook healthy meals at home 5 days a week, drink 4 glasses of water every day, or 8 glasses of water every day. 4 would be lovely. Career and learning, complete a course or workshop in a specific skill. Network with at least 2 contacts in your industry, or in your community, or in whatever it is you're trying to achieve. Update your resume and your LinkedIn profile. If you're on the corporate side, make sure that that's all updated. In your relationships category, have a date night with my partner once a week. Call or video chat with a friend or family member every other day. Write and send. I guess we'd have to send
them after
right,
you write
after
them.
you write them.
Yeah.
1 handwritten note of appreciation. All right, so we'll move on to the full moon here. So there's your sheet there. All right, so on that full moon, release anything that is not meant for you, right? That's what the new moon is all about. Did I say full moon?
You said new moon, but that's okay.
Full moon.
You'll
My
forgive
apologies.
us.
Please forgive me. The full moon, occurring roughly 2 weeks after the new moon, is a time when the moon is fully illuminated and appears as a complete circle in the sky. It is a time when things come to fruition and reach their fullest potential. The bright light of the full moon brings clarity and illumination, helping to highlight areas of your life that require change or release. Releasing during the full moon creates space for new intentions and opportunities that will come with the next new moon. It's time to cleanse and prepare for a fresh start. So just how do you release during the full moon? First, you reflect and identify. Spend some time reflecting on what you need to release. This could be negative thoughts, habits, relationships, or situations that no longer serve your highest good. Next, write it down. We're big on the journaling and write it down. Write down everything you want to release on a piece of paper. This act of writing helps to solidify your intentions and make the release more tangible. Do you love rituals? Create and perform a release ritual to symbolize the act of release. This could involve burning the paper you wrote on, safely, please, taking a cleansing bath, or using crystals and sage for purification. And make time for meditation and visualization. Meditate on the things you want to release. Visualize them leaving your body and mind, being replaced by positive energy and light. And always express gratitude. Before releasing, express gratitude for the lessons and experience these things have brought you. This helps to close the chapter with a positive mindset. So let's talk about a couple of examples for practices during that full moon. So in a burning ritual, for example, write down what you want to release on a piece of paper. Find a safe place, please, to burn the paper, watching as the smoke carries away your intentions. Cleansing bath. Take a bath with Epsom salts, essential oils, and herbs. As you soak, visualize the water cleansing away negative energy and thoughts. Use crystal healing. Crystals like black tourmaline or selenite to help absorb negative energy are amazing. Hold the crystals close and set the intention to release what no longer serves you. Full moon meditation. Find a quiet place to meditate under the full moon. Focus on your breath and visualize the moonlight cleansing and purifying your energy. A gratitude ceremony. Again, we're all about the gratitude. Create a small altar with items that symbolize gratitude. Light a candle and spend some time reflecting on what you're thankful for. Then move on to what you're releasing. You'll also notice that we've included a few affirmations under the full moon. So little things that you can think about, things that you just say. The first example there is I release what no longer serves me and make space for new opportunities. So sometimes a mantra, that affirmation to yourself, is a great way to keep going. So in our last quarter, we continue to express gratitude for what you have received and honor your abundance by giving to others. It's all about those affirmations. The last quarter moon occurs approximately 3 weeks after the new moon and is the phase where the moon is once again half illuminated but decreasing in visibility. This phase symbolizes reflection, release, and gratitude, making it a perfect time to give thanks for progress made and to let go of what no longer serves you. This phase represents closure and the completion of a cycle. It's a time to acknowledge and give thanks for the experiences, lessons, and growth that have occurred. By focusing on gratitude and release during the last quarter moon, you can effectively close out the current lunar cycle with a sense of fulfillment and prepare yourself for the new intentions and opportunities that lie ahead. Don't forget to give gratitude in the last quarter moon. So in this, you want to take a moment and reflect on your journey. Take time to reflect on the past lunar cycle. Consider the intentions you set, the actions you took, and the progress you made. Acknowledge both success and the challenges. Express gratitude. Write down or speak aloud, what you are grateful for. This can include personal achievements, support from others, lessons learned, and even the obstacles that have helped you grow. Let go and release negativity. Identify any negative thoughts, habits, or situations that have been holding you back. Consciously decide to release them, creating space for positive energy and new intentions. Celebrate your growth. Recognize and celebrate how far you've come. Honor your efforts and the progress you've made, no matter how small. If you are following along with the rituals, perform a gratitude ritual. Create a ritual that helps you express gratitude and release negativity. This could involve lighting a candle, journaling, we love journaling, or meditating on the things that you were thankful for. So let's talk about a few examples here for our last quarter moon. Gratitude journaling. Write down 3 things you are grateful for each day. That can be in the morning when you first wake up, what you're grateful for as you start your day, or it could be in your evening, right before you go to bed, and reflect on how those have positively impacted your life. A release meditation. Meditate on releasing negative energy and visualizing yourself letting go of what no longer serves you. Gratitude letters. Write letters of thanks to people who have supported you and had a positive impact on your life. Take a nature walk. That walk in nature and reflecting on the beauty around you is going to give you a whole new meaning of gratitude. You can mentally list out everything that you're grateful for while you're walking in nature. Symbolic release. Write down what you want to release on a piece of paper and then safely burn or bury it as a symbolic act of letting go. If you're so inclined, you can even wad it up into a little ball and throw it in the trash.
So thanks for joining us on this journey today. True sisters that are at Immersive Spirit. There are many phases of the moon and ways to work with each of them in the cycle. So though we only touched on the 4 cycles and using the meditation as our guide, there are lots of ways to gather your inspired word with multiple tools, as well as working with the 8 cycles of the moon. We discussed these in the annual intention class, but please feel free to take this guide and use tools you love. We are grateful that you've joined us, and we hope you enjoy creating your lunar energy for intentional living.
And as a quick note, at the very end of your guide, you'll see that you have your own little chart there. So print it out every month, go do what you want with it, and feel free to use that to create your lunar intentions.
Thank you.
Thank you.